I read the Throne of Glass series, and we started with Assassin's Blade. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I hated this series. I kept reading each book hoping that they would get better. And it really was disappointing that they didn't because I liked ACOTAR. ACOTAR is like what got me back into reading, and I never was into fantasy before that. And so then I was like, oh, I really want to read these. Like everyone on the internet, on TikTok, says they're great. What the have y'all been reading? Because I don't get it. Did you get a different book series than I did? Because like this was okay. The novellas were all right. I mean, I really had a hard time reading the novellas too. Like they just weren't catching my interest. And by the end, it did, and it broke my heart. And I was ready to start Throne of Glass. And Throne of Glass, I enjoyed. It started off good. The story felt good. And then these two, like, I honestly don't even remember them. I don't remember them. And these took almost my whole year of reading to read because I refused to read any other books while I was reading this series because I knew I wouldn't finish it. And I wanted to finish it. And like once she left and was with Rowan, like I could have cared less. Queen of Shadows, I remembered liking. Don't really remember anything about it. But if you do decide to read this series, I recommend doing the tandem read. The tandem read made this book bearable to read. And it was kind of fun. It was fun having the books. It was fun bouncing back and forth. Except for when you got into a part where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to know what happens, and then you bounce to the next book. But I think it made both books at different times easier to read. When one got slow, the other one picked up, and vice versa. And there are definitely like characters I liked in these books. Not him. And that was another thing. Like, I don't know, this series just felt very disappointing to me. Just I didn't get the emotional connection to these characters like I did at the beginning. But then, I mean, you're reading an 8-book fantasy series, and there's basically a war about to happen. You have this big honking book that could have been this big, and stop or skip or whatever if you don't want to hear this next part. But like nobody dies. Are you kidding? Like you did not put any stakes on a character that I love losing their life. There was one point in this book, because I could give two shits about Aelin or Selena or whatever her name is. Don't care. She could have stayed in that box. I don't care. But I don't know. There was no stakes. None of them died, and they all just got a floofy happily ever after. And it just, I don't know. After 8 books and everything that they went through, it just felt really cheap for me. And it's really a bummer because I really wanted to read the Crescent City series. And I don't think I'm going to pick up another one of her books for a long, long time.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said.